about that moral should be there, trust me. So one of the things, the second thing to look out for how to identify a great school is the governing principle, their value system, the school culture, their beliefs, the things that are important to them and the things that are of less importance to them. Of course, there are schools you come to, the kids are allowed to come in with all manner of hair color. They can even spray their hair. You can even wear anything you like. Everything is allowed. I once visited a secondary school where up to 60% of the school population, the girls, their skirts were way, way, way above their knees. And when I looked at that, I saw it as a cultural issue. It's, I think it's coming from the school culture because if the school has a different culture, it's something they could try to work on, at least on arrival on admission. They try to give the children skirts that look modest. They should look modest. So what are those cultures? Modesty, honesty, obedience, hard work, respect, value for God, respect for other people, even peers. Um, all of these things are so when you talk, you listen, you get some of their handbooks or their materials, brochure, read
Yeah.
up, see what, do not just depend on what people say, but see what you study people's pattern, what they've been doing over the years, the quality of what is the most important thing here. Is it academics? Okay. Now, the third thing to look out for before release comes in is you look at the scale of preference. Every school has a scale of preference. What comes before what? A school that has the children as the most important set of people in the school is where your child should be. There are schools where the proprietor or the management interest comes before the interest of the children or even the parents. Sometimes it could even be the teachers. You understand? So every school, I believe that a healthy school is a school where the kids' interests are the topmost. Um, you know what I mean? Yes. So you're looking for a school where the child is the most important person. Of course, trust me, that's what every parent is looking for. That's what I'm looking out for. So you want a school where your child is important, the child matter. So it's not every school that tells you every child counts is a statement. I can refer to it as a cliche today because of course every private school is trying to sell out, to be out there. So we say all sorts of things to get to capture. So, but a reasonable parent will look at the culture of the school. You feel it as it goes to know who actually is more important. Is the school, because every school there's an aspect of school business. So which one comes top in their priority? Is it the children? If and only if the children are comes topmost in the priority of the school as an institution, then believe me, your child will count. Trust me. So these are the things to look out for when you're looking for a great school for your child. So what other things?
Okay, just very quickly, just to add to the third point, you said something about values and also talking about the scale of preference. Here, I would like to just add that a school that you look out for your child is a school that have a strong administration, a school that have an effective administration. If a school doesn't have an effective administration, I'm telling you, your child will not count. But every child counts and every child matters when you have a standard and effective administration. That's when everything will be running smoothly, seamlessly, effortlessly. Everybody knows his place, and the academic arm of the school will be up and running. in a situation where you have where you don't have a good administration and parents complaints coming and requests, my child did this in the classroom, don't just go, okay, my child did this, my dad, they'll just leave it. But if you have a strong administration that knows how to like really follow up, yes, on this request, on this situation, and really now every child will matter because they know that if a parent complaint comes in, we treat it as urgent. Wow. So I think that's a school you should look out for. It can even start. I'm sure you may not really know the school at the first instance, but you can sense that organization during interviews. You can your interactions with them. Don't take your child to a school that has not interviewed you and you have not seen whoever it is that is at the affairs concerning that. Don't take your child there because they will not be able to talk to the administrator or whatever it is concerning your child. So take your child to a school that you can discuss to whoever. You can send mails, you can interact. It's something, there has to be an interaction between parents, child, and the school and teachers. And so, well, you've said quite a lot. So, but this just to add that you have to have that school has to have an effective administration. That way, your child will count. That way, every child matters in the school.
Wow. Okay. Wow. To add to that, the looking out for a great school for your child. Look out for a school for just like we've talked about school culture, discipline, discipline, academics. I think we're just going to bring show light on the ingredient. There should be discipline. A school like I have a problem with today's school where we say children are not flogged in our school and today is beginning to become a norm in the society. Now we shouldn't hit kids. I firmly stand against that. We shouldn't flog children, but children should be disciplined. So you must look for an environment where kids are disciplined. If your children are not conscious of the fact that they will be disciplined in school, then you're helpless because there's a part the school stands to play in parenting a child that sometimes you should know that as a parent, the moment your child is in school, you now have partners in the journey of raising your child.
Yeah,
so
sure.
a school where there's no discipline, because I'm a strong Christian, I always go back to that scriptures that says that it is a son that the Lord loves that he chastises. No, I'm not trying to say that he disciplines. I should say that, not a woman.
And then the rod of correction would
chase
foolishness
that is in the heart of a child. So how do we, a school that has strong disciplinary principles, like for example, I remember talking with a friend and she goes like, I'm sorry, I'll call you back. My kids need to be in school before 8 o'clock. Else the gate will be shut and we can't get into school once it's closed. And I was really impressed. Because at the time I was with a sister and her kids could even go to school by 9. You have to beg them, dress up, beg them, eat and they are just so relaxed about life. So there should be disciplinary actions for every, So a school without discipline is like a city without walls. It doesn't tell well. So look for a school where your kids can be disciplined. It doesn't necessarily mean hitting children, flogging children.
So just to add, and again, when you are saying discipline, here we go. Don't be afraid. Like, what kind of discipline? Talking about, okay, you mean kneeling them down, flogging them,
No, we're talking about corporal punishment. We're talking, when we talk about disciplining children, a lot of parents, your mind just goes whoosh to flogging, kneeling down, raising up hands and closing of eyes and all of that. Remember all of those things. No, discipline means setting rules that are rules that must be obeyed.
Making the child understand. The child has to understand. Hello, nice friend. If you come to school by this time, you will not attend this. You will not do this. Everybody will read this particular storybook during story time. And you'll be in the not,
You mean the
just
naughty
to make them
corner?
know that they're out and about, eager to, confess, eager to be proactive and make sure that they do well. Because if you don't give them all this push, they'll just, oh, okay.
The school
No need
stands
to-
there to help you do a lot of things. Their parents who
So,
their kids are so much on carbs. Of course, children need sugars and all of that to grow. But I've seen wonderful schools where the kids are not even allowed to come to school with soda or sweets
Yeah.
or biscuits and all of these things are forms of discipline.
Yeah.
So they have to come to school with food and living food.
yeah.
And they are made to eat it and they understand why they should eat this. And that it's beautiful to put discipline in kids. Kids need to be disciplined. When kids know I've not done my homework, and if I've not done my homework, there's a consequence.
Yes, I know the child. In fact, she was crying like, "Mommy, I've not done my homework, Mrs. Adele." She was just crying, and you can imagine that child at that age crying that she has not done her homework
Responsibility.
because she knows that she does not want to be. She does not want Mrs. Ada to like, oh, why didn't you do your homework when everybody is happy submitting theirs and she's the only one? So if you don't inculcate all this value systems to them, how would they learn? They wouldn't learn. No. So discipline is
Discipline. So you look for a school that values discipline, that have sound morals. Others like sound morals school where kids are taught to tell the truth. School where if your child does something they easily call you. School that keep an open door policy where
Yeah.
parents are